Here at TSUTigers.com, our weekly visit with head football coach Rod Reed, coming off the first loss of the season, Jacksonville State in overtime by 3 points. What's the mood of the team, and how did they respond in practice this week?
Well, I mean, the word of the week has been bounce back. You know, we got to be able to see how we're going to bounce back from a little adversity. It'll show what kind of character we have on our football team. We got to be able to bounce back and play a tough Tennessee Tech team. You know, although they have a losing record, you know, you look at them on tape, they're scoring a lot of points, and they're putting some big numbers up. So we've got to play better on defense on third down and get off the field, which I think ultimately was our biggest challenge on Saturday. We put them in some third down situations in the red zone, and we didn't hold them to field goals like we've been doing. You know, they ended up scoring. So we've got to do some things in the red zone to kind of tighten up down there. But the biggest thing is not to let them get there and make them punt the football. So I know Coach Brown will have his team ready to play, and we've got to be equally up to the challenge. It's going to be a tough one for us, but we are at home. It is a York Trophy game, and it's a game that's ultimately going to decide our conference fate. You know, we only have one loss in the conference, which bodes well for us. But you know, those teams with two losses, now you put yourself in a really, really tough race. So we've got to take care of TSU's business and not worry about everything else that's going on.
Said it's a York Trophy game. What's the significance of trying to get that back again? Keep that here.
Well, I mean, you know, the biggest significance to us is that you know, that York Trophy involves 4 teams in our conference, and you know, it represents the team in the state of Tennessee that wins the state. So to speak, we're playing the state championship game here for college football in the OVC, and if you can get 3 wins in conference against York Trophy teams, that puts you up there pretty good for the conference championship. So we've done our job for the most part, taking care of a couple of teams that are out of the state. But we, you know, with SEMO in East Kentucky, and if we can win the 3 in-state games, that give you 5 wins in the conference. So it's very important to us.
1 p.m. kickoff at Hale Stadium once again. Tennessee Tech, they got a good quarterback, good running back, or a good receiver, Derek Rogers, and Trey Lamb. What makes them so good, and what's kind of the game plan to stop those guys?
Well, anytime you're a spread team and you have weapons to throw to, you can score a lot of points. And that's what they've been doing, scoring a lot of points. It just hadn't finished in the fourth quarter. And that's something that Coach Brown alluded to in his press conference, you know. But again, we've got to do a good job offensively of eating some clock and keeping their offense off the field. But by the same token, you got to know where Derek Rogers is at all times. You got to know where what Trey Lamb is doing back there in the pocket. Anytime you got a good trigger man, you got a chance. And those are 2 guys that we know that we have to pay special attention to. And they got their Bono kid back healthy, the running back, number 6. And there are a few names from the past, you know, like Tremaine Hudson and Ziegler and those guys. Those have been big play guys for them in the past. So we've got our work cut out for us. So they're going to spread us out. They're going to try to run the football. Then they're going to come back, and he's going to scramble around and find some receivers down the field. So we've got to do a good job of just knowing where their main guys are.
Travis Ward had another good game. It's pretty good when you can have like 100 less yards and you can still have a great game like he did. Week after week, it seems like the more you give him the ball, the more he does.
Well, I mean, that's just Trav. You know, he wants the ball 25, 30 times a game. And, you know, with where we were with our running back situation, Tevin Hooks was nicked up last couple of weeks. Watching him in practice, he's back. He'll take some of those blows off of Travis, which should mean fresh legs for Travis. So we feel good about what he's been able to do these last couple of weeks, but we need to get a little more balance back there at the running back situation. And, you know, Tim Broughton stepped up, too, and made some nice runs for us. So we can conceivably have a 3-back rotation to kind of put some fresh legs at him a bunch of times. So hopefully that'll be the case.
Good luck, and we'll talk to you again next week.
All right, thanks.